夜ね。雨降んないといいけどな。始まりましたね。こんにちは、ザップ。こんにちは、ザップの言い方なんでこんな言い方なのかって話を今度してもいいけどな。What's up? ある人のモノマネって真似しバカにしたモノマネしてんじゃなくて、ただ好きでね、真似っぽいあの人 What's up 言うからさって感じでやってるだけっていうのは、こんにちは What's up はあの人言わないで、別のとこから来たけどさ、関係なくて初めて6時台にライブをやるっていう。もちろん見る人も全然いないと思うけど、なんか日に日に早くなってんね。明日なんか6時前にやったりすんのかね別に今日は何にも予定ないんですけど、急ぐ必要もないんだよね。朝早くやる必要もなかったんだけど、なんかやってみたくなったんで、朝早くっていうか、そんなに早い時間でもないけどね。菅谷さんとか4時起きだしさ、でもいつもに比べたらね、前の間11時とかにやってたから、それに比べたら結構早い方ですけど、やってみたくなったんでやってるってだけですね。いやなんつうか、こんな早くやるっつうのもね、ノットノーマルじゃないですかコーチングとかそのトーマベチさん的な感じだから明らかに見る人いないからね、こんな時間。その時間にわざわざやるっていうのもいいかなと、面白いかなという感じで始めてみましたけれども、って感じですね。あとこれで音読でね、昨日ちょっと本屋行って、音読関連の本をちょっと読んでて気づいた重要な僕が見落としていた重要なことがあったんで、それをちょっとその動画かライブをちょっとね今度作りたいなっていうのはありますね。なんか雑談長いね。なんか今日話した気分だね、朝ね。なぜかはわからんけど。音読しますか、じゃあ。今日の。あと2週間日本にいないからね。また飛行機乗んのかって感じするけど。いいでしょう。Lesson 1 Wanderings. I'll show you a trick. Let's do it together. First, make 2 rings with the paper. Then paste them to each other like this. They are pasted at one point. Are you with me? Good. Finally, cut along the rings. Start here and keep cutting. What will happen to the rings? That was great. Can you show me another trick? Sure. This trick is more interesting than the first one. Let's begin. First, make 2 Möbius rings. See? Okay, good. Next, paste the rings to each other. Are rings the same? Yes. Finally, cut the rings again, like this. Just a minute. Wonderful. Do it talk 1. Excuse me, could you tell me the way to the Science Museum? Sure. Go along the street to the bank. Turn right at that corner. Turn right. Yes. The museum is on the left across the street from the park. It's between a library and a hotel. I see. Thank you, you're welcome. Lesson 2, interview with Mizukiro. Thank you very much for this interview, Mizukiro. I'm glad to talk with you. May I ask you a few questions? Yes, of course. When did you come to Japan? In 2002. I have lived in this town since 2003. So I've been in this town for several years. How do you feel about your life here? I like it. The people are very kind. You're from Tanzania, aren't you? Yes, my country has great lakes, huge animal parks, and Mount Kilimanjaro. It sounds beautiful. What are you doing in Japan? I'm studying biotechnology. I want to make better crops for the farmers of Tanzania. Have you studied for a long time? Yes, I have, for 8 years. 声がだいぶ入ってるね。Miss Killer, I hear you're also interested in art. Oh yes, I like to paint Tinga Tinga. Tinga Tinga? Yes, it's the most famous painting style in Tanzania. Look at this book. These pictures are beautiful. I'm glad you like them. How long have you painted Tinga Tinga? For about 10 years. I see. Thank you very much for your time. You're welcome. Do you talk too? You have a great CD collection. Thank you. Would you like to listen to some African music? Sure. It sounds interesting. Okay, would you like something to drink? Yes, please. I drank some tea. Fine, and some cake? No, thank you. Just tea, please. Okay. Lesson 3. Kumi visits China. Dear friends, I arrived in Beijing yesterday. I've just finished dinner. The Yan family made a lot of delicious food. He left a little food on the plates. I've already learned that this is okay here. If you eat everything, it means you're still hungry. If you leave a little, it means you're full and happy, like me, your friend Kumi. やっぱなんかこういうの考えると量の方が良かったなってところもあるね、正直言うと。量行った時は気づかんけど。Dear friends, today I went to the Beijing Opera, Journey to the West. I've seen a kabuki play in Japan once. Both the kabuki play and this opera used beautiful costumes. But this opera was very different from the kabuki. The dancers of the opera were more active, and the music was more exciting. I haven't bought your presents yet. Does anyone want an opera mask? Your friend Kumi. You went to the Great Wall, didn't you? Yes, I did. I was surprised at its size. It was huge. Well, look at this photo. Have you ever seen this? No, I haven't. What is it? It's a photo of the Great Wall from space. Wow, it's really long. I've never seen such a long wall. Do you talk 3? Can I help you? Yes, how can I get to the zoo? Take the train for Homachi. The entrance is over there, by the restaurant. Where should I get off? At Nishikoan Station. I see. Thank you, you're welcome. 何パソコンのバッテリーがね。Lesson 4. Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes. Have you heard about Sasaki Sadako? Sadako was 2 years old when the atomic bomb was dropped over Hiroshima. She suddenly became sick at the age of 12. She had hope, she believed. It is possible for me to get well and make 1,000 paper cranes. Sadako died, but many people remember her. They made cranes for her and for peace. You know a lot about Sadako. I've visited a lot of websites. Look at this one. What does it say? It says that books about Sadako are published in over 30 countries, so her story is known around the world. That's right. What are these? They are strings of paper cranes. We call them sembazuru. I remember, people all over the world make sembazuru and send them to Hiroshima, right? This is the atomic bomb dome. What happened to it? Well, the bomb exploded over it. The heat reached 7,000 degrees centigrade. About 130,000 people were killed. 130,000 people? That makes me sad. We must never forget this, right? So the dome is more than just a meeting. It shows the terrible power of the bomb and the importance of peace. Let's read 1. The Whale Rider. For many years, only men were the leaders of a small Malay village in New Zealand. The little Koro hoped his first grandchild to be a boy, but a girl. Kahu was born. Koro was so unhappy that he rejected Kahu. He did not teach her the traditions of the village, but she loved him. Her grandmother Nani tried to help, but could do nothing. Koro taught the boys of the village's traditions. We are people of the world. He looked for a new leader. Here. He threw a special stone into the sea. Bring it to me. The task was too difficult to do. The stone stayed in the sea. Later, Kahu went to the sea. She got the stone and gave it to Nani. Kahu, you have special powers, but don't say anything yet. The secret is ours. Listen, Koro said. Everyone listened. The sea was singing. Look at the sea, they looked. A huge group of whales was coming. The leader and all the older whales swam onto the beach. Others followed. Their cries were terrible. Come to the beach, man, Koro shouted. We must save them, we must. The men walked all day, they walked all night. The whales did not move, they were on the beach to die. I must save the whales. Kahu went up to the older one and said, Come, father, you must live, we must live. She climbed on him. Come, father, come. Slowly the whale turned around. She rode him into the sea. 3 days later, they found Kahu at sea. In the hospital, Koro and Nani held her. Kahu, said her grandfather, you have special powers. You will be our leader. Nani smiled. Lesson 5. Places to go, things to do. Ken, where'd you like to go? I'd like to go to Mongolia. I'm interested in their life on the Great Grasslands. I want to stay in Gear. Also, I want to go to the Nadan Festival. There will be many things to see. Horses running in races and people listening Mongolian sumo matches. Ratna, where do you want to go? I want to go to the Guyana Highlands in South America. There, I can see the wonders created by nature. The tabletop mountains are like islands in the sky. In the highlands, I can see Angel Falls. It falls straight down about 1 kilometer. It is the longest waterfall in the world. Beautiful. How about you, Kumi? The place I want to visit is Korea. My email friend Mina lives in Seoul. She asked me about schools, movies, and music in Korea. I'll write her about life in Japan. Korea is close to Japan, but I've never been there. So there are many things that I want to do. For example, I want to visit Mina and go to a Samunori concert with her. It will be fun. Do it right, one. Have you ever seen this? It's a sensu. It's a folding fan we can carry easily. Many people use these fans on hot summer days. They are also used in Nihonbyo and Rakugo. Beautiful Japanese pictures are usually printed on them. Lesson 6. I have a dream. I have a dream one day my 4 little children will not be judged about the color of their skin. Martin Luther King Jr. said in a speech in 1963. He had a dream that is important to all of us. His dream was equality for all Americans, black and white. He was a person that lived for this dream. He fought for it, and he died for it. In those days, there were many things that African Americans could not do. There were toilets that they could not use. There were seats on buses that they could not use. There were even drinking fountains that they could not use. African Americans' lives were separate and equal. But people were fighting against this. Mrs. Rosa Parks was one of them. She had great courage. Mrs. Parks was a black woman who always took the bus home from work. One day she took a seat near the white section. Soon that section filled up. The driver shouted, "Give up your seat, or I'll call the police." She did not move. The police came and arrested her. Martin Luther King heard this news. He said, "Let's support her. Let's stop using the buses." They started a boycott which lasted for more than a year. Finally, they won the right to take any seat on buses. After this, more and more people joined the civil rights movement led by King. In 1964, he received the Nobel Peace Prize. 4 years later, he was shot and killed. He died, but he left words which we will always remember. I have a dream. One day the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. His dream lives on. Do we talk 4? Why don't we watch a video Saturday afternoon? That's a good idea. What do you want to see? How about Gandhi? Great, and then my father. We cook up some curry. That sounds nice. Lesson 7 Avacha and the Child. Sudan is a large country in Northeast Africa. It is a country with great promise, but it also has great problems. In 1993, the people of Sudan suffered from war and hunger. Few people knew about this. Kevin Carter went there to work as a photographer. He wanted the world to see the problems of Sudan. One day Carter saw a child. She was lying on the ground. He knew why the child was there. She was so hungry that she could not move. Suddenly, Avacha appeared. He took this photo. The photo appeared in newspapers all over the world. It made him famous. He won a Pulitzer Prize for it. That's a really shocking photo to me, but Carter's action was also shocking. Why? Look at the photo. The weakened child was dying. In my opinion, Carter had to save the child first. Well, remember? His photo showed the world Sudan's problems. This saved many starving Sudanese. I see your point. Even a simple action like taking a photo can have 2 sides. パソコンの電池があと8%. Do we talk 5? Hello, hello, may I speak to Paul? May I ask who's calling? Sorry, this is Kumi. Oh, hello, Kumi. Paul is out. I see. Would you ask him to call me? Sure. Nice talking to you, Mr. Nice talking to you, Kumi. Goodbye. And nice talking to you, Mr. Green. Goodbye. 朝から救急車でね、大変だね。Lesson 8 Sharing with Language. What are you doing, Kumi? I'm practicing sign language. Sign language? Yes, I'm learning how to sign. Why? Last week I went to a movie. It started deaf actors. But how did they speak? They acted and spoke their lines with their hands. Now I know why you're learning sign language. Yes, I was very moved by the movie and the actors' skills. I'm studying sign language. Through this study, I learned signs. But I learned much more. I learned that sign language is not about just signs. For example, my teacher taught me how to sign the word happy. My hands were in the right place, but other students couldn't understand me well. My teacher said, smile when you sign happy, then people will understand you better. From this, I learned that facial expressions and gestures are important for communication. Now I can sign a little, so I can truly start to communicate with deaf people. Now I can speak English, so I can communicate with English-speaking people. I may have a chance to share my feelings, ideas, and thoughts with more and more people. I want to learn other languages like Chinese, Hindi, and Korean. Then my world will become bigger and better. Do it right too. I'll never forget my friend Nakata Shinji. At first, Shinji and I were not good at playing volleyball. We practiced hard together. Later, our team became number 1 in the city. I'll always remember Shinji. Let's read to Human Rights for All. Like most junior high school students, you come to school every day and go home after school. These are activities that are natural for you, but many children in other countries cannot go to school. They cannot spend time at their homes. These children may live in countries at war, and they suffer. They are treated unfairly, and they suffer. Because of these sufferings, they have to leave their schools, homes behind. These children are refugees. What are the lives of these refugee children like? Think about the case of the children in this photo. They are from Kosovo. Their village was attacked. Their father and older brother were in great danger and had to run away. Their children and their mother were left behind. But they were in danger too. They had to leave. They became refugees. What are the? There are millions of children like them. The children are refugees living in Africa, Asia, and Europe, everywhere. The lives of these refugees are hard, but some people are trying to help them. Some doctors are helping refugees who are sick. Some teachers are working in schools for refugee children who cannot go to school. Some people are working to bring these refugees food and safe water. And some people are helping these refugees when they return to their homes. One person who worked to help the refugees was Ogata Sadako. At the UN, Ms. Ogata worked for refugees. She did this not because she felt sorry for them. She did this because she believes that every person has basic human rights. She believes in the dignity of every person. Let's think about the words she had said about the human rights of children. All the children in the world have the same basic human rights. They have the right to live with their families, the right to go to school in peace, and the right to grow up in safety. Reading plus courage. There are many kinds of courage, awesome kinds and everyday kinds. Still, courage is courage, whatever kind. Courage is being the new kid on the block and they saying flat out, "Hi, my name is Ray, what's yours?" Courage is 2 candy bars and saving one for tomorrow. Courage is a blade of grass breaking through the icy snow. Courage is being the first to make up after an argument. Courage is the bottom of the ninth tie score, 2 out space loaded, and your turn to bat. Courage is starting over. Courage is exploring heights, depth. Courage is exploring heights and depth. Courage is sometimes having to say goodbye. Courage is holding on to your dream. ということで終わりましたので、一回切ってまたシャドーイングのライブを始めようと思います。なんか朝早い方がやっぱ面白いね。なんかと思いますね。まあいいけど。まあとりあえずありがとうございました。さよなら。